Hi and welcome back to Liable Zest. So my brother has been struggling a lot with a really tight upper and lower back. So I said to him that I would give him a little bit of a video to help him through a nice beautiful sequence that he can do in the mornings or at night or even before his workouts. And I thought, why not share it with the rest of you? I know there are a lot of you out there that will also benefit. It's very common to suffer from back pain, so these are some mobility stretches and exercises that you can do to assist you to get through those difficult days when you are feeling really tight. Let's get straight into it. We're going to be starting in an all fours position. Before we get into our sequence, I want you to get that correct posture. Again, as I always say, wrists are completely under those shoulders, knees are under those hips. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, slowly pushing that spine up towards the ceiling and allowing that lower part of your back to stretch out. Deep breath in, and we're going to open that chest, looking in front of you, and slowly back to center. And rounding that lower back towards the ceiling and bringing it back to neutral, and then opening that chest. So the key here is when we are rounding that lower part of your pelvis, that it's tucking in and you're pushing this lower part of your lumbar region or your lower back up towards the ceiling and then back to center, and then opening that chest. Let's do one more like that before we allow that back to completely round. So this one is really just focusing on that lower back, and now when we open that chest, we are focusing on that upper back. And slowly back into rest position, pushing those shoulders into the ground. We're going to get back into that all fours position, and we're going to do the same movement but just varying a little bit. We can just round that entire spine all the way up, stretching it out, and then slowly opening that chest, dropping it all the way down. Please just make sure that you are aware of your body. You know your limits, you know what you can handle, so just make sure that you go according to your own limits. Never push past pain. You just want to get a nice stretch and mobility as you are doing these exercises. Last one, all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, opening that chest and slowly leaning back into that rest position. I want your knees to be on the outside of your body, so you're opening your legs a little bit more than usual now, and we are pushing that groin into the ground, and we are slowly going to walk our hands towards the left hand side. And as we do that, I want you to bring your center of mass towards the right hand side, and we're opening that left glute. So just to recap, we've walked our arms towards the left hand side, we've transferred our center of mass towards the right hand side, so it's a very light movement, and we're opening that left groin towards, like, forward and downwards towards the floor, and we're just going to hold here. Deep breaths. Allow that lower pelvic area just to open up and release. So we also, even though we might have a tight back, we want to open up and loosen that pelvic area. So now we're walking our hands over towards the right hand side. We're transferring our center of mass towards the left, and we're opening our right groin forward and downwards towards the floor, and we're opening those ribs and just allow that body to release. And slowly back to center, keeping your feet and your legs in this angle. We're slowly going to lean forward and slowly coming just over our hands. And as we lean back, I want you to rotate your tailbone outwards and push that groin into the ground. Again, go according to your limits, and you're pushing back and then slowly forward. So this one, you should just feel a tightness into that groin area, and slowly coming back. And as we're leaning back, we're rotating that tailbone outwards to emphasize that stretch. And we're going to do one more, all the way up and slowly back down, bringing those arms lower, extending them out in front of you, and just allowing your body to reach forward. And slowly coming back into an all fours position, bringing those knees in, leaning back. I want your elbows in line with your knees, and we are going to interlace right hand. We'll just place right hand behind head, no interlacing. We're placing, keeping the left hand in line and in contact with that knee. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, we're rotating at the level of our waist, just to open that chest. We're going to exhale, open, inhale, center, and while we're doing this, we're keeping our chin nicely tucked in. Our chin is in line with our forehead, and we're just allowing that shoulder just to rotate up towards the ceiling, and that elbow, so you're keeping that elbow exactly where it is. It's not moving. You're keeping it in the periphery of your eyes, and we're just rotating, allowing that rib and that shoulder to lift up as we draw our scap down our back. Last one, we're going to lift and hold. We're extending arm up towards the ceiling and reaching forward and slowly back, and we're going to do 3 of these. Hand behind head, opening shoulder up towards the ceiling, extending hand into a T position, then reaching it forward, extending and stretching and coming back. And last one, if you want to do more of these, you can. It's a very nice stretch, one of my favorites, and reaching forward, and you're always following the line of your hand or movement of your hand with your eyes. Next one, we are putting our left hand behind our head. Deep breath in, exhale, rotate that left shoulder up towards the ceiling and slowly back, and rotate up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back down, exhale all the way up, inhale, back down. Let's do 2 more, keeping that right elbow on that shoulder, and up and hold, extending arm into T-point towards the ceiling, then reaching it up and over and slowly back, and bringing that hand back behind your head, rotating that shoulder up towards the ceiling, bringing that arm into an extended position, then reaching it up and over and slowly back. And last one, hand behind head, rotating the shoulder, arm into a T position and forward and slowly back. Let's turn over onto our left hand sides. This exercise is called the happy crack. It's one of my favorites. So hips are in a 90 degree, knees are in front of your hips and also in a 90 degree, and your upper arm is comfortably resting on your lower arm. We're going to take a deep breath, and you're slowly going to lift and reach your upper arm up towards the ceiling. Now here's where it gets important. I want you to keep your elbows and wrists in line with each other, and you're rotating at the level of your waist. So you're unlocking, imagine each vertebra unlocking as you rotate. So you don't want that false range of motion by just dropping your hand down. You want to draw yourself down from the level of your rib and your shoulder, and as you are rotating, you're allowing your neck and your eyes to follow, so you're also getting a little neck stretch. And I want you to really focus on keeping that hip forward as you draw your shoulder back and slowly come back to center. I want 3 good quality open happy crocks, so just make sure that you are keeping that good posture and maintaining that alignment. If you do just drop your arm down, you're going to find that you don't get as good of a stretch. And inhale, back to center. And last one, we're going to reach and rotate, keeping arm there. You're going to bend it into a rugby post position, and you're going to extend and reach and coming back down. So this one is emphasizing a stretch in your pec as well as into that side part of your body, and you are looking to the side opposite to your knees as you do so. And last one, coming back to center, extending that arm and bringing it over to starting position. Let's turn over to do that same thing on the other side. Remember the cues that I showed you. You want to make sure that you rotate at the level of your waist, and you actually using the alignment of your elbows, wrists and shoulders with one another to keep that posture and allow that emphasized stretch, and you are following your hand with your eyes and slowly back to center and opening up, 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 up. And you are breathing as you're working. You're inhaling as you come back to center and opening, opening, slow and controlled. The slower you do this, the better, because then you can feel your body. You can feel where you're tight. You can feel where you need to work a little bit harder to get that range of motion. Let's bend that elbow into 90 degrees. Inhale, exhale, extend and bend and extend and bend. And last one, extend and bend, bringing it back to T-point and slowly coming back to starting position. I hope that workout helped you as much as it has helped my brother, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.